originally started this channel in 2019. When I came out of the surgery in 2015 with severe hiccups. It was played off like this is anesthesia, it'll just wear off, blah blah blah. That went on for a while. Then it kept getting more and more aggressive. At work it was very difficult to work with this, and people were getting concerned, but the doctors were still playing it off like, oh, just give it time, it'll fuse itself out. But it was really hard to ignore because my life was literally changing. My partner and my life were literally changing before us, and I was still working under this condition for how many months? January. I think for 10 months or something. Until they finally came up and said, you know, you need to go on disability and get this resolved, and before you come back. That was like September 2016. And it's just gotten, it's advanced, it just keeps getting worse and worse. As time goes on, and making it impossible for me to function normally on pretty much every level. I get on here and show you when I'm sort of at my better part of not doing well. It's hard to turn the camera on when I'm in the most aggressive stages because, one, that's the last thing I think about. And two, I showed it in one of the recent videos. Some of the stuff that pulls me out of my bed into the restroom to throw up kind of stuff. It's not very pretty. None of this is pretty. I make myself vulnerable, showing myself in the most uncomfortable, most unattractive positions. But it's important that I get this message out of what this condition is, because it's unknown to physicians, and if it's unknown to physicians, it's unknown to society as a whole. And there are people suffering in silence, as I did for the first 3.5 years until I actually met one person. It took me 3.5 years to find just one other person that friends found for me, actually, and he was willing to talk to me briefly on the phone. He had 8 years of this, and had a particular surgery in his neck. They wrapped his vagus and phrenic nerve with Teflon because they found his nerves were touching, and that was causing this dysfunction. That was great for him. He's in Irvine, California, or nearby, or traveled there, but that's where the doctor was. And of course, Irvine's not so far away from LA, so I dashed right over there to meet with this I think it was a thoracic doctor. Oh no, it was a neurosurgeon. And we did some tests, MRIs, brain MRIs and stuff. And they found that I was not a candidate for that particular surgery. So I thought, oh, this is great. This is going to be it. Not great, because it's actually a very serious surgery in the brain. Right back here in the brain. So anything can go wrong. Clearly, I'm proof that things can go wrong coming out of a surgery. So he gave me the information, but he really didn't want to go any further or have any further contact, because he'd lived this for 8 years. His wife and children, because he he was the breadwinner when this hit him. They eventually lost their home. They ended up living in their vehicle at some point. So it's very destructive what it can do to your life. Literally, it turns it upside down. I mean, I was working a career job, making really good money, and now I'm on Social Security benefits, deducted because I'm premature and I'm not retirement age, so I get penalized severely for being forced into a fixed income, which is not a lot of money at all. It's poverty. And because of where I worked in surgery as well, I worked in surgery. I had insurance as well, and so the insurance picks up a portion of my former income. So between the two, it balances out a little more, but I'm still in the indigent range, so it'd be tough for me to live on my own with what I have coming in, especially in Los Angeles. So my partner carries the burden, and so we're able to remain where we are and not make too many changes in that respect. But this is an extremely debilitating condition. It's trying to start now. It's just trying to start. So, just when I turned this on, I was not hiccuping until I turned it on. So, but for 3.5 years, I couldn't find one patient with this condition, and no doctor, and I was seeing a lot of doctors. Thoracic, neuro, I just can't think of all the different surgeons and doctors I was seeing, gastrologists, and multiples, like 3 neurosurgeons, just to get different opinions, and 4 gastrologists and 3 thoracics, because nobody knew anything or how to help. They all Googled it, I'm sure. And if you Google it, this is all the treatments I was offered is through Google. It's as if they copied it right from Google. And unfortunately, I'm not responding to any of the meds, or I'm not eligible for some of the treatments, and I'm not a guinea pig either, so I'm not going to let them slice me up just to try this, or try to implant this, or implant that. So you're kind of in a catch-22. You want to do right to yourself, but also try to find your cure. It's at that point, I'd only met one other person with this condition. So I was, doctors would look at me kind of strange because these hiccups deal with emotions too. So they would always stop when I entered a doctor's office, so they hardly ever got to see them in person. So they're just kind of just taking my word. And then I'd leave their office and then go crazy for the rest of the day. It was like, why can't I get anybody's attention? At the same time, it's 2019. There was a TV show, a new TV show on medicine TV show called Chasing the Cure. It's to help find cures for conditions like myself that are just go unrecognized or doctors just give up on. And it's a great concept. And so I posted a video of me hiccuping on their website. And from there, 2 other people with this condition responded to that post. And now I was meeting 2 other people that had been hospitalized for attempted suicide over this, because it is such a difficult condition to live with that it drives you to kind of that frame of mind. You kind of start going crazy because you think that you're crazy. Like, there aren't a lot of patients out there look, it took me 3.5 years to find one, and then following that 2 more. And so at that moment, the show had contacted me to become part of their next season if they got picked up, which they didn't. And I was selected, but along with one of the other gentlemen, Hiccups, they were going to put us together in a segment, but it never got that far. But we all stayed in contact, and talking to them and hearing how difficult it was for their life, I surprised them with a private support group that we will better meet and chat with. And that has now grown over the years to over 700 participants. So for me, I know that 3.5 years going without knowing another soul with this was very isolating and very scary. You start to think that you're crazy. But after you start to learn of other patients, weight was lifted off my shoulder, a lot of weight, actually, so I could start focusing on better cure, better explaining to doctor, whatever, because I now had other people to show, so at the same time, I had started this YouTube channel because it was part of a requirement for the show, actually. And I never anticipated making myself so vulnerable to plaster myself up all over the world in my most difficult moments. Not very flattering, actually. But it's a cause that's much bigger than myself, and so I know that finding just these 3 other people meant the world to me. They weren't going to change anything with my condition, but just knowing I wasn't alone really mattered. It mattered a lot. And so that's what the support group is. It's just to let you know that you're not alone, and that we all speak the language, so you can go there to vent or help others or whatever. It's just a great forum that people are finding, and I love it when I see their weight lifted off their shoulders too, and just gives them a better edge to fight this really difficult condition. And so now my goal is much bigger. It's just to advance the knowledge, and so that's what I do here. That's what my channel's about. That's why I ask for you to subscribe and like and comment. All those things help the algorithm and YouTube, because they watch just those numbers. They don't care about your content so much, it seems. And those numbers, of course, help advance your page and reaches a wider audience, and hopefully the right people that can help us with this extreme condition, intractable hiccups. So I really thank my core group of supporters who have been with me from day one, and those have slid in just recently as last week. Thank you for believing and trusting and helping to carry this message as we pioneer this really strange, difficult condition. Thank you very much. I really really appreciate you out here support.